The dream of owning a business is dear to many of us. But do you know what important steps need to be taken before diving into the world of entrepreneurship? Building a successful business requires time, patience, and careful planning. Often people get lost, not knowing where to start and what to do next. Starting a business can be a serious risk for beginners. Today, we will reveal answers to important questions to help navigate this path. Once upon a time, in a noisy city, there was a 25-year-old young man named Ethan. He worked in an office where flattering the boss and shifting blame were common. Ethan often stayed late at work. Recently, he began thinking about starting his own business from scratch, but didn't know how or where to begin. One afternoon, over a cup of coffee, he remembered Mr. Simon, a middle-aged man from a neighboring town, passionately involved in business. Mr. Simon had experience managing both product and service businesses, which inspired Ethan. He believed he could learn a lot from him. On his day off, Ethan called Mr. Simon and set out to get valuable advice and start his business journey. His B-brand motorcycle was waiting for him. It was the start of a vital journey. He decided to study the basic steps of starting a business from scratch. Arriving at Mr. Simon's house, Ethan saw him feeding his domestic birds on the porch. The day was calm and relaxing for both. Over a cup of coffee on the veranda, Ethan talked about his desire to start a business, but admitted that he didn't know how to avoid common mistakes. Aware of the high failure rate among novice entrepreneurs, Ethan asked Mr. Simon for advice. Impressed by Ethan's curiosity, he began to explain. He explained that there are 5 important steps to starting a business from scratch. Then he invited Ethan on a trip to the sea, where he planned to open a new venture. Mr. Simon wanted to demonstrate these steps in practice to help Ethan reduce risks and confidently start his business. Ethan gladly agreed. The trip took place against the backdrop of a picturesque coastline and a bustling seaside town, the perfect setting for their conversation and learning. Pointing to several restaurants along the shore, Mr. Simon said he plans to open a restaurant here, but first carefully considered 5 steps. Identify the type of business. Some companies sell products, others provide services. Some are traditional, others unique. This step is important for assessing the risks and benefits of the business. Choose what you like. Lack of interest can lead to loss of motivation and failure. Mr. Simon explained this simply so Ethan could understand the main idea. The second step is to conduct market research. Identify target customers, location, and competitors. For example, my coastal restaurant targets tourists who love seafood. The busiest days are weekends, so it is important to have enough staff and a full menu. Observe others to understand the reasons for success and failure. Success factors include location, cleanliness, taste, and customer service. Ethan became interested in market research and understood its importance for a successful business start. The third step is to make a list of strengths and weaknesses. Based on the first 2 steps, note the advantages and disadvantages of your business. For example, the location of my restaurant is not very good. To compensate, I use large, attractive signs to attract customers. Understanding strengths and weaknesses helps maximize advantages and minimize risks for successful business development. Ethan nodded in agreement, feeling growing confidence in his plans. The fourth step is to start without excessive thinking and long planning. Don't spend too much time making plans. Start as soon as possible. because only through action will you understand the true strengths and weaknesses of your business. Excessive planning is useless if it is not put into practice. The fifth step is to evaluate and improve the business, fix weak points, and gradually strengthen strong ones. If you don't have a mentor, seek advice online. Many experienced people share knowledge for free. Keep learning, be active, and determined. Remember, you must be proud of yourself, make your parents happy, and prove the critics wrong. Ethan was deeply grateful for this wisdom and understood the importance of the 5 steps. As a beginner, he realized that these steps would help reduce risks and avoid unnecessary failures. Inspired, he decided to apply them and confidently start his entrepreneurial journey. This story is a guide for everyone who wants to start a business from scratch or recover from failures. Regardless of size, applying these 5 steps is essential. If this video was helpful, don't forget to subscribe and like. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next story.